Well, we've been driving around now for maybe an hour and a half or so, and it is it's eye-opening. It's really eye-opening seeing what the rest of the island is like outside of that resort enclosed lifestyle, isn't it? Well, we woke up this morning to a noise that we have definitely not heard in the 2 or 3 days that we have been here.
It was so loud, and at first I thought that it was just the air conditioning.
I thought it was like a car or a truck rolling past.
Yeah, so I opened up the curtains and it was a huge rainstorm.
It's not something we have experienced here. It's just been absolute pure weather, but it was really nice to see.
Pure weather. Pure sun.
Sunshine, but it was nice to see that Caribbean, like, bam, rain kind of just come out of nowhere situation. So we've shown the resort, we've shown the kayaking trip. Today we want to go out and see a little bit more of the authenticness of what is Antigua.
Yeah, we want to see what the locals do, where they eat, where they hang out, like, yeah, just see a bit more of the island.
So we're taking a tour that is very loose, we think, just sort of a very smallish group, and we're going to yeah, see a little bit more, which we're sort of ready for after a few days of living that luxury resort life. Now I want to go in.
To get out.
I want to go and explore a bit more.
Hello. How are you? Is this alright?
This is alright. Listen, I had to tell you this morning.
This is our ride for the day. I don't even know if you can hear me. So this is called the Open Safari, and it definitely is. You can see what we're all in here. There is music absolutely cranking. So I've got a little TV screen. There's like bananas and all this tropical kind of stuff all on the side. So I think we're going to get a little bit of culture and a lot of a fun day, like experiencing exactly what goes on this island.
I'd like to welcome everyone once again to Antigua and Barbuda. My name is Bernadette. So welcome to our beautiful island. Isn't it a beautiful island from what we've seen so far? Yeah! Devil's Bridge. Devil's Bridge is a natural formation from limestone. And as everyone knows, there's no country or island with all bad history. Right? Part of our history was slavery.
So this is the Devil's Bridge here. There's a slight strip just there, which I'll go around and film from the other way. It's not a particularly nice story about how this came to be, going back some time to when slavery was unfortunately a big part of the history. This is where some of the slaves used to go to commit suicide. So it picked up a very sad reputation for what it was known for, but it's part of the history that makes up this place. And even though it's getting a bit thin in some places through there, you can kind of see they're hoping that it stays together, and as bad as the story is, that it makes it through. Well, we've been driving around now for maybe an hour and a half or so, and it is it's eye-opening. It's really eye-opening seeing what the rest of the island is like outside of that resort enclosed lifestyle, isn't it?
Yeah, so it is beautiful, but the one thing that we have noticed is that there's still a lot of development that kind of needs to go on, because there were 2 hurricanes that rolled through, I think Irma and Maria.
2017,
2017, and it's quite sad seeing some of the kind of shacks. You can see there's vegetation and plants and stuff.
Yeah, and like window smash and everything. I don't want this to put anybody off, because it is really beautiful to see as well. And then in the background you've got this incredible setting. Behind us here is apparently the only pink church in the world, is their little claim to fame here.
The way it was described to us was like, its only claim to fame is that it's pink. I'm like, what?
It's a pretty place to come and see. So it is really, really nice. The people are obviously fantastic as well, but you can tell that there has been some hardship here and you do see a rundown house next to something that has been developed. And then there's locals that they just set up these little shops on the side of the road. It's just a table, and I saw you know, they do like juices and rums and fruits and vegetables. Someone had like washing powder and dishwashing things, and it's just like they set up their own 7-Elevens basically, and they just look after each other. It's, I don't know, there's a community even though there's been some struggles. As we travel around more, we're picking up lots of little tidbits, lots of little bits of history and things that are quite interesting.
Yeah,
This town is interesting.
Yeah, we've just rolled up to this town called Falmouth, which is named after Falmouth in Cornwall.
Which is where we have been in about October-ish last year. It was a really beautiful part of the country to travel around in England.
It was really nice.
Because the British were the ones that first
founded this area.
And this is the first city, but it's no longer considered the city. That's sort of St. John's, which we might get to later on today.
The island is divided into 6 different parishes, and within those parishes there are like 7 to 8 villages, and so each one of them have their own kind of like government official, and
their own little pride.
Yeah, they operate a little bit separately, and yeah, the fact that they're parishes, they're all St. Peter, St. John,
St. Mary's or something as well. Yeah. But this is the viewpoint anyway. We've just come down now. We can start to see that crystal clear water that we keep seeing all over the place. That's what the resort is obviously all tailored around. You can hear Sean down here while we're all out filming and stuff. So you can see the top of our little truck there. As soon as we get out, the music starts cranking and we get right back onto island time. What was it? That's the pineapples. The pineapples that we've all been looking for. We've finally managed to stop and see them. It's funny how many people don't expect that their pineapples grow above the ground. There they are right there, proving a lot of people wrong.
So speaking of pineapple, we just saw it on the side of the road, and then all of a sudden people were passing around pineapples in the bus. It's magic.
Apparently it's a lot sweeter. Hello! Sweet like that, man.
Very sweet. Very nice.
Really?
I passed it on, I want more.
Yeah, now I'm jealous because I gave it to you like, hey, we should try this, and it's gone already. Yeah, I got none.
Sorry.
That's what happens. Sean was just telling us the story back there about the sheep of the island, which those are sheep, by the way. We all suspected that they were in fact goats because they don't really have the wool of, especially compared to a New Zealand sheep, for example, which is just full of wool, and they're obviously, we share them so that we can make blankets and clothing and whatever else. The sheep here have sort of
coming up to the zip line.
Finding more information.
On my side.
They've adapted so much that they don't need the wool because it is so warm here. Time to see a little bit more of that rugged Caribbean beauty. This beach is next level. A lot of waves actually. There's a lot more surf here than what we have at our beach. But look at that. That is like photo central, isn't it? The colors and everything on the water.
Did you mention that we were on the other side?
No.
So when we were at Devil's Bridge, we were looking out over the Atlantic, whereas here, this is the Caribbean. So, they're both beautiful.
This is what we needed. Hire one of these bad boys and you'd just be able to explore this whole place. I don't think you're allowed to do that. Buy pineapples from the friendly locals, you mean? No good tour. Wait, what am I trying to say?
You're trying to say that every good tour...
Every good tour. Well, why don't you say it? You nail it.
Every good tour always has a beach stop where we can hopefully get a drink and chill and embrace the local lifestyle. I don't know if that's every tour, but it's this tour.
And here we are. Maybe let's say every Caribbean tour from our very limited experience. Spot to get a beer or at least get some rum. Enjoy this setting. Nice beach bar with a bit of a view. This is the local beer, Carib. It's actually surprisingly tasty, isn't it?
I don't know. because you're supposed to wait for me to cheers.
This is the local beer, the Carib. Pretty good actually.
Cheers.
Yeah, you're supposed to wait for me before you cheers.
We've got Carl here just copying absolutely everything we
You guys
say.
are copying me. I was starting to film
Well, let's
first.
do a cheers then.
Alright, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. My voice is out of sync with this clip because 2 seconds into trying to film this, the battery died. Luckily we did have a backup camera so that we could film while we went out and explored the town of St. John, walking around some of the main streets and checking out all of the colourful buildings.
Then we made our way to the port to jump on a sunset cruise that very quickly turned into a booze cruise with all you can drink rum cocktails and lots of questionable dancing.
Sadly, that's a wrap on our time in Antigua for now. It was short but sweet.
But we do have plans to come back to the Caribbean soon, so watch this space.
Space.